Good morning, good evening, and good day. Welcome to Attack Power Gaming. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we are going to be watching the semifinals of our first Warno tournament, the opening day tournament. If you did not know about this, make sure to sign up on the Discord to be able to get all of these updates, the SDL leak Discord, so that you can stay in touch and participate in some of these really fun tournaments. If you enjoy this content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. For those of you on the fence about subscribing, this was Jimmy before he subscribed to the channel. And this is Jimmy after he subscribed to the channel. Do you see anything different? I feel like something's different. You should subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Now we're going to hop right into this semifinal. So here we are. Our battle here is between Soloing Pixie and Karma. If you ever played Steel Division 2, you know these two names very well. They were top players in that game, and they've clearly risen to the top very quickly here. Soloing, over here on the blue, is playing the United States, the U.S. 3rd Armored. I think we're going to turn here so we have a better chance at catching everything. And Karma, over here in the red, is playing the Russian 79th Guard tank. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit here, get them all set up. They still have not put in the skip function for replays. One day, perhaps. So while they're finishing their setup, so these guys will definitely give us a good idea of what we should be looking for in our own games. If you didn't watch my video where I got my butt kicked in the last one, you should definitely check that out. You can see that I need to learn as much as you do as well. So let's see what we have, see what Karma is deploying here. So we have some military police, definitely units I really enjoy with the Americans. Deploying those guys around those roads. Mech rifles, very solid infantry, very strong. Then he has the heavy, I believe this is the heavier Abrams tank. We're going to bring this up. Yeah, that's the heaviest one. The 280 point M1A1 Ha. I don't think it's pronounced that way. It's probably pronounced HA, but I'm going to go Ha instead, because I assume it kills many things and he gets to go Ha every time it happens. So we have a very heavy tank. We have our crappy, very crappy AA, and I'm not just saying the Chaparral is crappy. I'm saying all the AA in this game is crappy. And then we have Apaches. Now, are these the really good ones? No, these are the cheap ones. Yes, these are the cheap ones that only have the anti-infantry missiles. So these just go like and like blow everything up. Then what do we have here? Ooh, this is an AA helicopter. That's right, all the helicopters start in the ground. Kind of weird. More military police, engineers, which are close-range infantry. We have CVs. Oh, for all of you noobs out there, most important thing to remember, I'm going to be making a tutorial soon, but the most important thing to remember, leave a CV in your starting position. For the love of God, leave it. Because if you don't, you just automatically lose. Recon, nice up far forward. You can do this with your recon in this game. It's really helpful. You absolutely should. You need lots of recon. Notice he's got 4. Let's see what Soloing Pixie's up to over here with the Russians. Some recon in the front. It looks like he's deploying as well. It's taking a little time to get himself set up here. Excuse me, I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold. Very annoying. So we have Iglas, which are AA, our infantry AA, fire missiles and stuff. They're okay. They're not bad. I mean, they're no worse than most of the other AA in this game. At least at the moment. Razvedka. Now, why is he not deploying these recon infantry forward? Well, right now we all think it's a glitch. You cannot deploy recon infantry forward because technically the truck is not recon. It's very stupid. I have a strong feeling that's an oversight that will be corrected at some point. Then we have the Mi-24V. This is the Russian, basically the only Russian helicopter you can take. It's got lots of basically rockets to kill infantry, but it also does have Iglas on it. So these are anti-air rockets, which is helpful. Missiles, I guess I should call them missiles. Now he's putting an Igla back here to defend his CV. Very smart. A lot of people will try to send helicopters around to kill your CV. Then we have Motostrelki and the BMP-1P. Very strong. It's basically like not a tank, but a little vehicle with a pretty heavy armament, more Iglas, and some more Motostrelki in the BMP. The Russians definitely have the stronger transports because you have to bring the Motostrelki in these BMPs and the BMP-2s. And they're solid vehicles. They do a lot of damage, but they're not tanks. Do not think they're going to go up against tanks and win. You may be able to catch a tank out. They do have the let's see here, the the Conkers, which are basically slow moving, and the, oh, I'm going to try, Malyukta P. I'm sure that was perfect, all you Russian watchers out there. All right, and we are off. Very likely that Solo Wing Pixie will get to the front line first because his units are just faster. We can see here in the middle, Bravo is 3 points. Every other position is 2. So this is obviously the one that gives you the bonus. These are kind of like granted to each side. You can basically easily hold these. Now, neither player is doing any sort of flanking butt maneuver. I personally don't approve of that kind of stuff. Yes, I have done it, I admit it, but it's out of necessity most of the time because everyone else does it. Make sure if you are playing yourself, I always deploy some sort of recon on the far flanks because I really don't want my opponent sneaking guys behind and saying hello to my opening CV and me losing, because that sucks. Alright, let's see here. Our opening engagements of recon. We can definitely see that Solo has the advantage over here. Those autocannons can fire at other planes. That is important to note, and they're about to right now. But it appears they're rather inaccurate. Yeah, it's really not taking any damage. Alright, we got our Stinger set up. These guys are going to drive right by each other. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, and they're out. Now, I will say, as much as I like military police, they are completely useless against infantry. They are awesome against tanks, actually. Their anti-tank gun is very strong, but they're useless against infantry. So, this OH takes out his helicopter. Ooh, the explosions are so cool. We have Karma deploying a lot of infantry. These helicopters are pushing hard across. Where is that Igla? Fire, Igla, fire! Oh, and it's gonna do. Oh, and he gets just decimated by that double Apache. That is no good for Karma. He is now left off and at the mercy of Solo Wing Pixie's helicopters, but the BM-2P2 takes out one of them. Down it goes. Got a little too close. Oh, but he stunned it. Stunned it with his missiles. Very common. Let's see here. It looks like Solo has already taken the middle section, but has not grabbed anything behind that. So the point bleed is still 3 points already because Karma has grabbed nothing back here. Those military police are dying fast. It would appear this, technically, we'll call it the southern flank here. This southern flank is very much in Karma's favor. Although the northern flank is very much in Solo Wing Pixie's flavor. Yes, the northern flavor of Karma. Motostrelki taking damage from that Abrams. And it looks like Karma's going to get a CV into Bravo here to cut off these points and basically bring them back to a parity. Neither of them have called in any back CVs to capture these backline spots. They both seem to be pouring all their points into frontline units. Motostrelki coming on their fire from the M1A3, which is only has a machine gun. Oh no, it does have an anti-tank launcher. Interesting. The infantry transport version of this only has a machine gun. It's totally useless. The Sapari, which are close range, basically engineers. These guys have a incendiary launcher, which basically launches fire. It's cool. They are very strong at close range, and they are beating these mech rifles, which are a stronger squad at a distance, but weaker, of course, if you get up close like that. Once again, the southern part of Bravo is very solidly blue, while the northern part is a little more tenuously Solos here. Karma pushing forward north with his Motostrelki. I'm going to keep saying that as if I know what I'm saying. The M1 Abrams, this is the lighter version, taking some close-range anti-tank fire. I shouldn't say lighter, it's the medium version. The not heaviest, but still pretty heavy version. Actually, I should hide that panel there. There we go. The Recon taking fire from the T-80B. I believe this one is not... No, this one is not very heavy. I don't even know if it can beat this Abrams here. Armor-wise, we have 17, and this thing only penetrates 16, so it's going to do very little damage. That's why he's keeping it hidden in this forest. Karma is trying to work his way into the town here, but Solo Wing Pixie's got a pretty strong infantry force here. And his Abrams is currently holding the line there. But it would appear that Karma has moved so many troops further north into Bravo that he's kind of left this southern flank a little empty. Hopefully his Igla can stop these Apaches. It does not. Oh no. This whole this double Apache thing is a lot of trouble. But another Igla is doing that damage. The T-80 is supplying a little bit of fire. But not before that Apache gets away. Well, this first one's probably going to die. It's routed, so Solo has no control over it. It's just running randomly. But it's still alive. I gotta say, these AA infantry, they just don't do enough damage. I think it takes 3 missiles to destroy most helicopters, and that's just not acceptable. Usually at most you get off 2. And they take so long to reload. And it looks like here Karma's southern push has basically been decimated. He actually really needs this T-80 to kill this recon here so his infantry can get re-hidden. He does get that at least. Up north here, it looks kind of static. Karma's doing a little push with his infantry. Trying to stay out of line of sight of this Abrams. Also bringing in what looks like a T-64. Cannot remember what the heaviest version of these things are. This is one of his heavier tanks, though it still won't match up super well against this M1A1. Ha! I'm sure that's driving some people's nuts. I'm just going to call it the super heavy Abrams. The heaviest Abrams. I still might say ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this Razvedka is just taking it on the chin. Run! Run, you fool! Oh, oh good God. Oh, the humanity! Karma looks like he's trying to push forward with cover of these trees here. He has cleared out the town, which could be his first step on getting back into this zone. I will say, but despite there being no point differential right now, I definitely think that Solo Wing Pixie has the advantage very solidly at this point. You can see basically, Karma has nothing in the south. He's basically almost abandoned it for the sake of pushing back up north. Once again, these really cheap infantry for Solo that the Americans get and the Russians get nothing equivalent. I think those really swing the favor for the U.S. over the Soviet division at this point. Of course, we only have 2 divisions in the game. You have the one Soviet and the one American. I just think the American division has more flexibility and more of the tools needed to win these games. Not to say that the Russian, woo, down the building goes. I gotta say they've made the explosions and stuff way more epic in this game. I gotta give props to Eugene for that. It is really an exciting game to watch. I can't say I love the gameplay yet. It's very cheesy. Helo rushes, flanking. I had a guy the other day literally just deploy everything down the center road and drive literally down the middle, and there was nothing I could do because I deployed kind of normal, like these guys did, where I kind of try to actually cover everything. This guy literally just drove everything down the middle, destroyed my CV in the back, and I lost the game, and it was just kind of like, what was the point of that? The guy told me he didn't like micro, to which I said, then I guess you don't like this game. But anyways, let's see here. Up north, now even Karma's northern push, which was bearing some fruits, is now getting crushed as well by a huge force by Solo, including these Apaches again. These Apaches have been just devastating. The Russians really don't get much in the way of helicopters. They get 1 or 2 Mi-24Vs, and they're solid helicopters, but they're nothing compared to the Apaches that the Americans get. And in the center here, this huge blob of light infantry is just going to squeeze Karma out of this. His CV is going to die without a doubt. His Sapri, this is a great place for them. I'm sure they will kill a number of these military police, but I don't think they're going to be able to do enough, especially not with these vehicles here. Even these light vehicles are enough to do the job. And at this point, he's brick-walled. Karma is brick-walled up north here by his counter forces. He's been pushed back. He's deployed some forces south, but they're just getting obliterated. Something just destroyed that. Was that a plane? No, it's just a fire caused by the sappery. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I love that. Solo's pushing some infantry right out into the middle of everything. That seems like an odd choice to me. And we can see now that we are finally getting a pretty big +5 tick. He's cleared out Bravo and is now capturing that northern territory for himself, Gulf. And fed up with these helicopters, Karma has called in multiple Igla squads. But the Apache's still going to get away because this AA is just horrible. No fault of of Karma there. It just, again, it's just useless. You have to have it, but it doesn't do anything anyway. Basically, you hope it scares them off. And Karma has essentially been wiped out in the south. And he's got nothing coming in to help. He has to bring in CVs to stop the point bleed, so he's not calling in frontline troops. This is where this gets really tough. And this here you can see the big difference between the flag system of Steel Division 2 and Steel Division and the CV system. Oh, down a helicopter goes. Of Wargame. You have to spend points on CVs, and it's a lot of points. It's not like they're cheap. And that takes away from your frontline troops, so it's deciding whether to weaken yourself at the beginning to get early CVs to capture these zones early, or to sacrifice points in these moments when you kind of need them most to get them later so that your opening can be bigger. But if your opening fails, you can find yourself in a really bad place. So, Soloing Pix here has picked up 50% of the points that he needs to win, or basically the blue team has gotten 50 points, which is bad. Wait, this doesn't look right. Yeah, the tick, yeah, is over here. Sorry, had a moment. It's weird because he has the +3. Red has the +3, but the blue is filling up. I don't know. It is what it is. All we know is that red is winning. For sure. Soloing Pixie is solidly winning. Now, Karma has sent a helicopter just below, not a helicopter, excuse me. A CV here just driving on in. That is ballsy. I gotta give him credit. Luckily, this military police is out of ammo. But instead, he's just going to send a cluster bomber. This is cool to watch. Here we go. Watch this CV die. A horrible... Wow. See, that seems really bad to me. I feel like a cluster plane should be able to kill a vehicle. And I don't even think this thing is very heavily armored. No, it has essentially none. That's incredible to me that that did not die from that cluster strike. But now this M1 Abrams, no, it's trying to get out there. Military police? No, it's fighting the Motostrelki. And as I said before, Karma's northern defense has also crumbled. If Pixie pushes up here, there's nothing. There's a couple of Iglas, and they won't hold that line, obviously. Therefore, killing helicopters. This T-80B is about all he's got down here. It is under fire from this... Oh, another Ha! Another Ha Abrams, the heaviest kind, fighting that T-80B. And this is not a very heavy T-80. He is trying to retreat. He is getting away, but is he going to get out of line of sight of that M1 Abrams in time? Oh, no, there it goes. He does not make it out. And that's basically all he has south. He's trying to bring in some Motostrelki to save the situation. His Igla is immediately wiped out by an Apache. So I don't think a helicopter should be able to kill the thing that's designed to kill him. That seems ridiculous. That's why you bring them in. Oh, and the BMP gets destroyed immediately. We have a cluster, Su-24M cluster coming in. I assume for that M1 Abrams. Or maybe he's going for this forest. Let's see where these bombs fall. Here he comes, here it comes. Is he gonna catch any in? Oh! Oh! I think we had a couple vehicles explode down here, but nothing more than that. And these tanks, I mean, the Ha did take some damage, but I think it was already damaged from an earlier attack. Those cluster bombers seem extremely ineffective. Now, does it have a second charge here? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, or is this a second cluster? This is a second cluster bomber. It would appear he already knows that cluster will not actually kill it. If he's attacking the same place, he might actually catch these out. We'll see, but I think he might have bombed this second M1. He did. Oh, this time. Oh, yeah, that one got him. Woo! Love that explosion. Womp, womp, womp. And Bravo falls again. And the tick should begin. Yes, Karma is back on the clock. Momentarily stopped the bleed. He's just calling in Iglas. Lots and lots of Iglas. I understand. I'm sure he is very annoyed and tired of these helicopters. A cluster on this BMP-2. I gotta say, the American cluster seems bad, if I do say so myself. It just seems completely useless. It hasn't killed anything. It's dropping on vehicles that should easily explode from an armament that strong. On the other hand, Karma's Russian cluster did actually kill stuff, so that was good. He's got so many infantry on the field now. They're not high quality. I mean, this mech rifle is... These military police really aren't, but I mean, when you have this many of them, it shouldn't matter all that much. We have another cluster bomber coming in. Let's see if he can catch these tanks. They are yeah, they are fueled up. Oh, kind of missed on that one. Did catch the Ha a little bit. Caught that super heavy a bit. The other super heavy coming out, taking on that Igla. The Igla is currently shooting at these military police. Of course, they won't really do anything. That is not what they're for. That's all there is to defend there. Karma's bringing in 2 T-80Bs. I believe those are the heavier... No, these are the lighter T-80Bs. We have an F-111 cluster coming in for that... For what? Oh, for the C... Oh, did he see it? Oh, no, he saw the CV. And he got away, because that cluster is terrible. It looks cool. I mean, that looks awesome, but it's terrible. The military police, their mech rifles missed their shot, and Karma got extremely lucky. This game would most definitely be over. I mean, it may be over already. A cluster on his end. Looks like it missed its target. Yeah, I still see two M1 Abrams. These are the heavy, both of these are the super heavy versions. Yeah. T-80B's taking on these military police, going down to these combination of the two. And now the M1 Abrams are feeling froggy again. Back in they come. Those Motostrelki are going down. The MP2 is about to get caught in the side. Oh, and they missed. Oh, they're dead. Oh. I was about to make a Piat joke from SD2 for the mech rifles, but they weren't that bad. They managed to hit something. Cluster about to come in. Can't really tell where it's going. Oh, it's kind of like angled up. Interesting. Leveling off is going to hit these Abrams. Let's see if he can finally take out one of these heavy Abrams. Mi-24V coming in. See if it can get anything done. Here comes these clusters. 2 Chaparrals taking down that plane. Cluster go in, killing nothing? Really? It can't even kill the supply? Now, come on now. Oh, and the AA helicopter coming in, taking out the Mi-24V. Oh my god, what a disaster. This is disastrous. And Karma loses there, finally gives it on up. I think he hit his point total. I wasn't even watching. So there we go. That is our first semi-final here with Solo Wing Pixie wiping the floor here with Karma. I mean, Karma put up a great fight, but I really do think the American faction at this point is just a lot stronger. When two great players go up against each other, that difference in division, really, I think that really pulls it around. I'm sure they would disagree with me that both divisions are solid, but at least from my experience, I feel so much stronger playing as that American division. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe for more Warno content. I'll see you soon.